Hello there, Mad Mike here, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be diving into another little fun story, kind of like the Star Wars script that almost sold on eBay. Again, the serious news is kind of taken a hiatus. We're kind of in the moving into the off season for big movies, aside from the main Christmas releases. So I've just been kind of looking for some fun stuff to do, and this story came up. Which I find amusing just because it's kind of it's a troll thing. It'll never happen. It would be funny as a parody, though. And that's apparently there is a change.org petition that has just broken 50,000 signatures to have Danny DeVito play the rebooted version of Wolverine in the MCU. And I love the fact that he cites this because I find Danny DeVito hilarious. I love him on I don't watch a whole lot of Always Sunny, but on the episodes that I have watched, I really do enjoy him. He's extremely hilarious. I feel like he's not acting so much just because I feel like he might actually be drunk on set. But aside from that, I think he's a really funny guy. I've liked him in a lot of his movies. He was great in Twins, Romancing the Stone, among others. And the thing is that this guy gives some actually kind of funny explanations of like how Danny DeVito stands at 4'10" and Wolverine in the comics is 5'3", so Danny DeVito's actually closer to his height than Hugh Jackman was. Then you also have the fact that Danny DeVito he cites that Danny DeVito knows how to fight because of his portrayal of the Trash Man on Always Sunny. Now, for people that don't know that episode, basically what happens is they start this underground wrestling federation, basically in the bar that they own and run. And Frank plays this wrestler known as the Trash Man, and his whole thing is he just goes into the ring and he starts throwing trash around the ring. He says, "I'm the Trash Man. That's what I do." And they all get pissed at him because he's just throwing garbage everywhere. And this is what this guy cites as being a prerequisite for him playing Wolverine because he knows how to fight. He knows how to fight dirty, which again I find that very hilarious. And again, I think it's good humor, which is something that I don't think we have enough of these days with some things. Because obviously he didn't make this in any kind of a serious sense, and even though it's blown up a bit, I think it's mostly just people looking at it and saying it's funny. You don't have all these people going nuts like when the Area 51 thing happened, or when people were thinking they were going to storm Sony Studios to get Spider-Man back, like all that insane shit. But it's just a fun little news story. I don't know if Danny DeVito has weighed in on it. I very much doubt that he has. I don't think it's probably on his radar. If it gets bigger, maybe if he gets like a couple 100,000 signatures, maybe he'll say something to it, or they'll do like a funny joke video. I'd actually like to see that. I think that would be pretty hilarious if they actually did a joke video with Danny DeVito playing Wolverine. Maybe bring in Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool and just have him make fun of him. That would probably be a pretty funny thing. I don't see much else coming of it, though. If you were to make like a spoof cast, though, that would probably be like a perfect casting. I think that would be hilarious if you ever, did like a joke casting of MCU X-Men. And maybe that's a fun thing to do in the future. Maybe I'll do that because I did an actual fan cast about 6 to 8 months ago, I believe. Very early on in my channel, I did a fan cast for the new Fantastic Four and X-Men. But again, it's just one of those things. It's a fun little thing to look at. I've included the link to the Change.org petition below if you want to actually go see the page. Again, I find it incredibly amusing, and just to look at like some of the stuff, because they even have like this. I think it's only like half of it, but they have like the poster for the Wolverine, the one that came out in 2013, and they have Danny DeVito's face plastered on it from an Always Sunny in Philadelphia scene. So get some kicks out of that. I'm sure there's some fan art or some Photoshop work that's popped up by now of Danny DeVito running around with Wolverine claws, which again would be pretty goddamn hilarious. But, that's just my take on it. I thought this was a fun little thing to touch on because I've taken a couple days off from doing videos for the holiday. But, we're going to get back in the swing of things. Tomorrow night we're probably going to do so we are going to be doing our next Rated R Riffs probably either tomorrow night or Sunday night. Depending on what the scheduling is, we are going to be doing Super Mario Brothers, the movie, which I believe came out in 1988, if I remember correctly, or maybe early 90s. I can't remember exactly what the release date was. But if you would like to join us for that, again, I'll be posting. It will most likely be 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I will be posting that on the discussions thread probably tomorrow on when we're going to be doing that. So, come join in for some fun. And aside from that, thank you again for watching. And hit the bell for notifications, hit the like button, subscribe, and remember, I live my life free of compromise. Do you?